If you brush against red, you will be stained red. Ancient samurai quote. Let's talk about it today. All right, welcome everybody. It's about almost 10 a.m. Thursday, October 10th. Howard Beach, Queens, New York, 2024. It's a nice chilly morning. I love it. I love it. I want to talk a little bit about breaking bad habits today, controlling anger. I am an angry young man. Well, not young. I'm 79 years old next month. So, but it still applies. We can be angry when we're 4 years old. That quote at the beginning, I love it because it does. Let's break it down. You brush up against red, you will be stained red. So you allow yourself into anger, you're filled with anger. You keep your mind out of the red, into the blues and the greens and the whites and all those soft colors. Actually, in the sun, it's pretty beautiful. So yeah, I'm Tommy from Almost Zen TV, and I have an anger problem. What about you? Well, a lot of people say, they're like, oh, what's your sign when they find out? And they're like, oh, Sagittarius. They're like, yep, my dad was this. Julius Randall's, he's all crazy and angry, and look at him, and Frank Sinatra. And you're right, probably. But then there's some people that are around there. I think Aaron Rodgers is a day away from me. I don't think he's really angry. I'm trying to think, there's probably some that aren't. But I guess there is some kind of predisposed thing amongst the cosmos and the galaxies and the stars that put you in a certain personality type. I haven't done the research, but there is some pretty good coincidences there. So how do we do it? Quell the anger. How do I do it? Well, I'm not good at it, that's for sure. I'm not going to act like one of these self-help people and tell you, here's how you should do it. And those phony self-help people on here, they tell you that, and meanwhile, they did 4 edits, and in between they had to cut it because they were mad because something went wrong and they slammed the equipment down. But they'll make it look like they're saints and the saviors. That ain't me, folks. That ain't me. All right, now we're back into calmer venues here, calmer scenes. We're gonna talk a little bit about this. So now, my anger problem, it stems back to when I was little. I've always been that way. Okay, dad dies when I'm in 12 years old. That you get angry. Wasn't able to control it. Now it's not like I'm constantly running around smashing things. I'm just saying angry. Now, being a guy, you get a lot of testosterone, and men are more, generally angry type people. Because men, testosterone, it's just the way it is. See, now normally all this mayhem here, I got a car pulling out in front of me, this guy was cutting across, this guy's backing out, I'd get mad. Inside, the blood starts to boil because I'm so conditioned just to get mad that I get mad. That's minor. Like, if I was on my phone, which isn't a good thing to be on your phone while you're out, and I'm just like Facebooking away, that wouldn't bother me. But so you distract yourself from it. All of a sudden these things are happening, but they're not bothering you. Well, you don't want to be on your phone and be distracted just to not be bothered by something, because many moments and most moments you're in it and you need to deal with them, or someone's going to cut you off, somebody's going to say something you don't like. You literally have to deal with it in real time. You can't just put be on your phone 24/7 and then let all this stuff gloss over you because you're not even aware of anything. Those people also walk and fall down potholes or walk right into a bear's clutches because they're just looking down. They don't walk off a cliff. These people wouldn't know. But anyway, that's another video. So I've had it a while. It's part of the Sagittarius, part of being a guy, those two things. Now you'll say, what do you mean now? Just because you're a guy, my husband, he's so calm and sensitive. I'm just saying, if you're a guy, you're going to have those issues more. You're going to see fights all the time. It's men fighting. Women aren't getting into fights as much as men. You know? So, testosterone, man. And then also genetics and life things that happen. And so enough about me having anger issues. Well, I got to control it. So how am I going to pull that off? So, same thing as all these other videos. First thing is mindfulness, slowing down. Because I'm not going to get into all this woo-woo stuff and like tell you how you can do anything and all this stuff. And these people, like I said, they're slamming things down in between takes on their video. I don't trust them as far as I could throw them. So I'm not going to preach to you. I'm just telling you, here's what I'm going to do to fix this. 2 times a day meditation. Total of an hour minimum. First thing in the morning, and then at a second time, maybe right before bed with like a guided meditation. But 2 times a day. That's going to set me up before I start the day to like not let old things that are running around in my head from the night before, the day before, let them to the front of the line first thing in the morning to start doing their thing. Now I'm gonna push them aside with a meditation and say, no, you were done yesterday. You're done. You don't get to come back and play today. So I get that meditation early. Then I get my green drink going, and I'm gonna be doing videos with this. I'm gonna start doing a daily morning green drink, a morning Zen with a green drink. And I'm gonna do a little, right after my meditation, I'm gonna get that, and then like talk for a couple minutes about something for the day. Kind of like an inspiration for me for the day and for you. So that's the start. That's how I'm gonna do that. Because let's be honest, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you to count to 10 and all that. We know that. We know to like relax and breathe. Man, geez, this is like, we make like we're monkeys we don't know. We know. But how do we do that? How do we like get to the point where we're able to stop in that moment and count to 10? Seneca, the great Seneca, look him up, said, the greatest remedy to anger is delay. So before you act, you wait, and you're not going to act. Say something happens with some company, and you're trying to do a return, and you're emailing back and forth, and they do something to piss you off, or some eBay seller. Next thing you know, you're ready to fire off an email to them really mad, angry email. Let's say some things you're probably going to regret. Now, do that after waiting 4 hours or to the very next morning. You're probably 100% not going to have the same emotions attached to that, and you're going to be calmer, you're going to be more level-headed, and you'll make a better decision there. If you brush up against red, you will be stained red. See that fire hydrant? It's weird I'm seeing these things that are stained red, which is pretty interesting. You had all that spray paint on the ground. I mean, a fire hydrant with red tape on there. Oh, planet. Oh, universe. Look what you're telling me here. Because I got slightly annoyed twice on this walk here. But anyway, like, forget all that. Just forget all this woo-woo stuff, and everyone's going to tell you this, that. It's like we're regurgitating the same tips for this stuff. It's very simple. Try to delay your emotion a little bit each, even if it's 10 seconds the first time. Just don't act out of it. Just, come up with some mantra. And again, I'm no spiritual teacher here. I'm just telling you, come up with something when you're about to flip out over something even if it's justified. Distract you. I tell people around me, if I'm outbursting, okay, divert the topic real quick. Go, but make it like something fun. Like say you're sitting with your spouse, for example, and you start flipping out. She starts flipping out over something, or he starts flipping out over something, and you're like, oh, here we go again in your head. Do this. Say, oh wait, I just remembered. Oh, sorry to interrupt you. I just remembered that thing, that dress you wanted there. I saw the thing on sale on, Mercari. I don't know these sites. I can't even come up with a site. Insert girl clothing store that she'll flip out over right there. She's probably not going to be like, screw that. I got to get angry. I got to crush the souls of everyone close to me and myself. No, you diverted it. You've Tai Chi'd it out of the way. You used their momentum against them and gently guided them. You know? Example, there was a comment on this a couple months ago on my channel, and some guy saying, oh, you look like you haven't slept in forever and all this, and he's insulting me. First of all, dude, I'm 84 years old. You think I care anything you say about me? Especially when it's from behind a keyboard. But friends like, hey, come on, say something to them. That's not right. I'll say something. I'm like, why? What if it? You could say that. He has an opinion. He could say that. And I said, come on, be nice, LOL. Just kept killing with kindness because it didn't bother me. And then this guy's trading suggestions for YouTube channels with me. But he was laying into a couple of my videos. This is not true, what you're saying, this and this and this. By the way, none of it's my opinion, so it's all true, just for the record. But I'm like, okay, the same for you maybe. Oh, you're saying this and happiness, you can't search for it, this and that. I'm like, well, okay, I'm not getting that. Sorry, but, I'm not really getting that, deep and technical about it. It's just, I'm just a dude from Jersey. I'm just talking about something. So you probably want to find other channels. And it's kind of like I kept deflecting these punches and saw it with softer, and then I would divert his punches and guide him this way right onto a soft pillow, big, soft, fluffy, marshmallowy pillow, until he's like, oh, hey man, thanks for that recommendation. I'll check it out. And here's one for you. And blah, blah, blah. Because it's like, I said, no, anger is not going to get the best of me. I'm not going to have reactionary, anger to a reactionary anything to something, which mostly when you're reacting quickly to something really fast in general, situations, not when you're like life depends on it. You're making split-second decisions, but are probably important. But like more, you're making a split-second thing and you're probably going to mess up because you're not really thinking it through. And usually it's you're making I used to get angry at those planes. They'd go by every 30 seconds sometimes here, Howard Beach. I realized that's one thing I've kind of kicked is the airplane noise. Not a lot of other noises, but I get angry right away. What the heck? And I start to think of the people in there. They're happy, they're coming home, they're about to land, they're gonna see their loved ones. Their husbands are at home going, oh great, she's back. There goes the fun. The pilot's happy, he's gonna see his family now, or he had a successful flight. Whatever it is, and I'm here mad at them like they have. And I started to look at them up there in my head thinking, they don't know that they're going over every house in the fucking country here. They're just flying, they're doing what they have to do. They're not trying to ruin your day by flying over your house. And I start to think those people are in there peaceful. They're not looking down going, God, these houses are so annoying. These people in there, God, they're in there, whatever. They're just watching TV, so annoying. No, it's just you have to kind of look at those things before you get mad and go, why am I getting mad at this? This is a gentle thing here. There's people up there just relaxing, smiling, having a nice conversation. I'm furious because they're flying over. Because I couldn't hear a show I'm watching for 7 seconds. Now, yeah, it's annoying when they come by every 30 seconds. And I've said before that years ago that people in the town complained and they rerouted these planes so they weren't coming over the town so often. Because it was just constant, sometimes every 30 seconds. see another one coming along. But that's one thing I've kind of kicked. It's like they're gonna, because it's out of my control. That's one thing where it's like, why get angry? It's out of my control. So just think, they're coming, whether you like it or not. So move, or just not let the sound bother you. Reroute it. Like they had to reroute their flight path because the customers complained. Reroute your reaction. Reroute your emotional reaction somewhere else into something gentler, something calmer. Turn it into a vibe thing. Take the sound of that and make it like, kind of feel it. Make the sound, like I've tried to do this, make that sound not so harsh to your system, but make it like a hum. Like listen to this nice windy going past. I know it's like weird sounding, but, and I'm gonna do a video on sound stuff because some of them are negative sounds, like a high pitched plane really grinding is not comfortable to your ears and it will disturb you. So I'm not saying like, just disregard it completely. No, those are things. A car horn. These sounds are very discordant sounds that will really, rub you the wrong way. And it's okay to be irritated by them, but don't act out in them. Or just getting mad and proclaiming to the person closest to you or nobody in particular how annoying this is and how dare they fly over when I'm watching Sons of Anarchy. I mentioned Sons of Anarchy in every video. Cuckoo time. All right, so basically I just wanted to talk about that. Like controlling the anger just comes from delaying and like taking time to meditate and slow down and start thinking of nothing as like some annoyance to you, but more like an outside situation you can't control. I mean, I understand, like, oh wow, the Knicks lost today. I'm mad. Why? When that gets done, say, well, that was entertaining. I got to watch this team play. And then go back to reading your Anne Lamott book. Or clipping your toenails. So many things, too, out there that won't make you angry. Seek those things out. Those things where you won't get mad doing. So then at least you're filled with that. Because people will do things that make them mad, like watching sports. Where they'll put themselves in positions to be mad. Or they'll hang around people that are always mad. So then you're going to be mad because they're complaining, you're complaining. You're like, yeah, I'm mad about that too. But you're not really mad about that too. They're mad about that too. So now you're mad about that too. But don't be two, be one, be you. Just be the one, you. Man. I don't know, guys. So I got to control the anger. I'm not going to fly off the handle as much going forward because I'm going to be very mindful about it, and with my meditation 2 times a day, that should help. Because when you do that meditation for like a goodly period of time, man, you really come out of that so refreshed, and your mind has been tweaked to like God tier levels. You're at such peace, and it's gonna take you a while. The longer you do it, I'm sure the less time you'll have for the less time it will be before you're back to your normal self and getting mad at this thing. It's 3 o'clock and it wore off, just like a coffee will wear off. Everything will wear off. But over time, you do it so much, it'll get longer and longer. That time before that feeling passes of calm and transcendence and tranquility, that you'll just be the way you are all the time. And that's not normal, I know, be all the time be in some weird bliss like you're on some drug that's not making you feel anything. We're human, but you'll have the tools because of meditation and controlling your mind and slowing everything down to handle all that stuff. So I know I said a whole lot of nothing, but it's real talk. It's not no BS. Let's hope we can cure anger together. All right, guys, I gotta go. This is silly. talking too much. Beautiful day though. Couple new things coming up on the channel here. I'm going to do the late night snacks continue. I told him I'm going to be doing dinner videos too. Something called Dinner and Amusing. A little play on dinner and a movie. So I'm going to have dinner and then I'm going to muse on a topic kind of related to the food. And then I'm going to do the morning zen and a green drink, where I do a quick little morning talk to set ourselves up for the day. And that's that. So a lot of fun things coming to the channel because I'm doing a video every day, guys. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Control that anger, baby. I'm Tommy. This has been Almost Zen TV. Breaking bad habits. And I ain't Walter White.